King Lorik's Blessing. I don't know. I mean, you can't give it the blessing, but it is, and we talked about it. I think it's the first season league mode type thing. Like, there's a lot of shit going on here that is really, really smart and trying to do cool shit and trying to make a fun game that doesn't otherwise exist, particularly on home consoles. Like, there's a lot of stuff here that I want to praise. And maybe if you spent more time with it, you could get past some of the shit that makes it, that kind of takes away the possibility of giving it the blessing. But there is a lot of shit going on that I like, and there's so much that's fun too about it, like the shit with the robot, the blowing up, and the fucking, obviously the ball status shit, and the fucking robot coming out and cleaning the things up. Like, I love, and we'll get to it. I've talked about it already when we were going back in the mag app. That got us to this, but like Mutant League Football, that's what this is to me. This is a early stage Mutant League Football, and Mutant League Football is fucking awesome. It is such a great Genesis game, and there's so much about this that tugs at my fucking emotional heartstrings and checks those little boxes in me that I want to like it so bad, and that's why I was suggesting it anyways. And I thought, my wanting to pick it was under the assumption of what ended up holding true through also playing it for a game episode, and I think that's where the failure is. That I had these same troubles initially, but I thought that I would acclimate to the game faster and more easily and enjoy it more once we got into it and really dug in, and that just didn't happen. And that, to me, precludes it from being game up or King Lorik Blessing worthy shit, unfortunately.
Well, Josh.
Yeah. Does the NES one get you? I'm guessing no.
Honestly, I think I appreciate it more because I play both now. Like, the NES one, like I said, really felt like an Atari game in terms of graphics, like a lot of ways. But I still, once I got used to it, I still had fun playing football. And so, playing the 2-player version on the Genesis with actual sprites that look like robots and things like that, I like it even more. Like, I even like the weird lobby passing because it looks more like, it just looks realer, like more polished. And obviously the soundtrack is good, like the music along with it, everything. I'm still playing football, but would I recommend it to someone? If you don't have anything else to play for football, yeah.
It would have to be
did
really
I have fun?
Yeah,
I did have fun. Like, I was actually playing it several times.
Yeah, we had a fucking blast in the head-to-head thing. That's what I mean. I think I really do believe that if you spent more time with it, you could get past a lot of the things that are preventing me from wanting to give it. But and again, I just think about it. It's like I want to say it checks all these, it probably checks all the boxes. It's just I just know it doesn't hold up with what we should be calling King. There's just this undefinable thing that I just don't think
it's good, but you're not good enough though.
Right.
Good effort.
You don't belong in the hall. Sorry, Eli. I know you won those Super Bowls, but you don't belong in the hall, bro.
Yeah, it's good on its own. Like, is it King Lorik's blessing? Excuse me. I'm not sure. It's fun. Like, I would play this if I wanted to play some football and I had no other football games to play. Like, I'm fine playing this, but also I can try some other things too. So, no disrespect to it. Like I said, if I had this and this was the football game that I was able to play, yeah, I'm going to play it. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to get used to it, the controls. And, it's going to be crazy and wacky, and that's what I'm going to expect, especially with the amount of teams you can choose and, all of that. Like, I appreciate the Genesis version so much more than NES one after having played the NES one first and just kind of being like, wow, okay, this is basic, whatever.
Yeah, so that's worth mentioning, too. Or this early stage, there are no other football games at all. So if you're starting for football and you got a Genesis, this is probably yep.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Especially if you get more than the 4 downs, stated 4 downs. It's like, all right, you can stretch it. You can have some fun here. So I'd like it. I would play it again, but I don't know if it's the blessing. I don't know if you're going to bless this and like recommend it to your friends, you know.
Yeah. It would have to be a very specialized. Again, I would only push this out onto someone if I had some like very specific quirky reason that I was like, this is something I just know from your, like, we'll pluck a nostalgia string, or there'd be something that this does for you. Yeah, I don't think you could generally.
Like I had a blast playing with it when we were playing together, but like I'm like, yeah, we should play again. But I'm like, at the same time, if we're done with the podcast, we can play a better football game and,
exactly.
and have more fun.
Right. For sure. I concur. Okay, so that's a double no. What are you gonna do? But it was a nice. I'm glad we experimented with it because again, I think there was enough there that warranted a look, even though I had some concerns about what ended up falling short. Even from the beginning. But what are you gonna do?